Hal's getting ready to pull in with a 2004 Action Craft. It's one of my listings, and we're gonna get it started and get it cleaned up and go run it. And there's a guy coming to look at it probably early this week, so. Here it comes. What do you think?
I think I need to find a battery for this. It's a beautiful boat. Battery is dead. Batteries are dead. Oil looks brand new. So everything looks clean. I just need to get the spark plugs out. A giant cluster of tools. I'm going to spray some engine fogging oil to each one of the cylinders. They sit a little while. Saltwater boat. We're not quite sure how the piston rings look, so now we just let it sit there for a minute and go over the rest of the boat. Make sure it's safe to crank. So the oil looked good. Check the fuel water separator. Clean gas. So the battery terminals look a little corroded, so I'm going to clean them. Get some rust inhibitor on them so there's no more problem. So this process is pretty straightforward. I just do one terminal post at a time and put everything back exactly where I found it. There's an easier way to do this. So I'm going to take a shortcut and use the wire wheel. It's a lot quicker and easier. So when I took this one off, found some tape, found an end, and this just fell out. And this O-ring looks bad, so I'm gonna fix all this for the fella. So number one, never use consumer grade, regular old crimps on a saltwater boat, or any boat for that matter. Just cause you problems. Always use heat shrink. So a little extra I do is with the heat shrink crimps, I also cover it with a piece of marine grade. It's got to be marine. Any old heat shrink doesn't work. Marine grade heat shrink. And that's just kind of double bagging it, making sure no salt water can get in there. And if you can see, the crimp doesn't go all the way to the top of the ring. So I push it about right there. And as you can see, there's no more gap, there's no more anything. The marine grade heat shrink has hot glue in there and it will seal it. So when you get done cleaning everything up, you want to use some kind of protectant over top of it. This PB Blaster Surface Shield, got it at Harbor Freight. It works great. Also use fluid film. Fluid film is also incredible for this. Now there's a lot of Amsoil guys out there. I'm one. They also make a great protector too. But any of them work. And all you do, spray it on everything, get it everywhere, and that's it. And that is what a saltwater marine boat battery should look like when you are done. All right, so now I'm gonna try to start it. I need to get all that fog and oil out, so I still have the spark plugs off, and I'm just gonna turn it over for a second and let the pistons blow everything out. So now I'm just putting the spark plugs back in. According to the instructions, it says to apply anti-seize to the spark plugs before you put it back in. So it's just a little bit of anti-seize on there. Keep them from getting stuck. So this is obviously a brand new engine. And a lot of people don't know saltwater, it's just like your battery terminals. So you want to get your spray inhibitor and spray all your contacts and all your bolts and anything that looks like it might rust. So when you get 3,000-4,000 hours on this thing 20 years down the road, you can take it apart and fix it. So if you can see this bolt right here, and you see this down here, this is not a problem. This is nothing. But this is what happens when you don't spray your engine. Like I said, this is practically a new one. So you can imagine 10 years down the road, it'll seize everything up. It doesn't matter, but it is something in the future, so. Oh wow, this boat only has 112 hours on it. It is brand new. You're looking at a guy that's got like 1,500 hours on all my crap. It's been a long time since I've had a motor with 100 hours on it. So we have a little bit of a low steering fluid situation. Steering fluid fill thing. Let's get this thing working. So I'm going to pull the prop, make sure there's no fishing line in it. We're going to want to take this in for a test run and blow a seal before somebody looks at it. So I'm just going to pull it and grease it, part of the service. since I'm here, figured I'd go ahead and grease all the grease fittings.
And it's launched. So let's go see how she runs.